Hi guys, it's Hanya here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I don't know about you guys, but I love fall baking, and so today I decided to show you how to make really yummy and easy apple pie cookies. To make the dough, you're gonna need all-purpose flour, unsalted chilled butter cut into cubes. You're also going to need a little bit of salt. I'm gonna use some non-fat Greek yogurt, and I'm also going to add a little bit of granulated sugar to my flour. And let's not forget, we're also going to need some chilled water. So first we're gonna stir all the dry ingredients, and then you can add chilled butter. Using your fingers, you want to press the butter pieces between your fingers, creating small flakes. You want the tiny little pieces of butter to be in the flour, because once the butter melts in the oven, that's what's going to create the little pocket, and it will make your cookies or pie dough really flaky. Now I'm adding my yogurt. Make sure that you use chilled ingredients: chilled butter, chilled yogurt, chilled water. And if you have time, you can also chill your flour before you start. I'm using a fork here because I don't want to soften the butter too much. Now I'm adding a little bit of water at a time. You really don't want to knead the pie dough, you just want to press it together. And as you see here, it's not holding together yet, so I'm going to add a little more water. Now you're gonna form disc and then wrap it in a clear plastic wrap. You can see little white areas. That's the butter. That's what you're looking for. You want those pieces to be there. You don't want it to be all incorporated in the flour. So now you're gonna wrap it, and you have to chill it at least for 2 hours or overnight. For the filling, you're gonna need granulated sugar, some ground cinnamon. I love cinnamon. And then if you'd like, you can also add some nutmeg. I'm going to use my handy little zester to zest the nutmeg. You're also going to need apples and some freshly squeezed lemon juice. First, I'm going to stir all the dry ingredients together. Apples I'm using today are called ginger gold, but you can use any seasonal apples that you have. I love making apple desserts in fall because apples are in season and they're just so yummy and flavorful. I got these at a local orchard. And then as you see here, I slice the apples, and then using a small cutter, cut out small rounds. I don't like to include the core of the apple, so I'm going to cut it out with a mini cutter and then replace it with apple from a small section that we can use. Like I'm doing here, you can see it's like a little puzzle. But that's totally optional. If you don't feel like doing it, don't do it. Now you're ready to coat the apples with lemon juice, and then you can set it aside. I like to work with one half of the dough at a time. The other one is still chilling in the fridge. I'm going to roll it out fairly thinly, I would say. I don't want it to be too thick. And then here you can see I'm using a large silicone mat. This is called the Dough Easy Rolling Guide system. I really love this system. It's basically a large silicone mat, and I use it every single day. You can actually buy it yourself. I'm going to include a link where you can get it down below in the description area. And now we're ready to cut out the round. So I'm gonna use a larger cutter. You don't want to use a cutter that is too small because then you won't be able to sandwich the apple slices between. You can either use parchment lined baking sheets, or if you have silicone baking mats, you can also use those. Now gather the scraps, press them together and then roll it out again. You can see little pieces of butter there, so that's a good sign. Now I'm going to cut out small hearts using a mini cutter. These are going to be top of the cookies. Coat the apple slices in cinnamon sugar. Brush the top around with a little bit of water. Using your fingers, stretch the ends a little bit and then press it together. When making these cookies, I would recommend that you use cutters that are about 3/4 of an inch apart. You're going to need a margin so you can crimp the dough together. So I hope that made sense. If you'd like, you can also make a decorative edge using a fork. I'm going to brush the tops with a little bit of egg wash. Sprinkle the tops with some sugar and then we can bake these off. I'm going to bake these for about 18 to 20 minutes until golden brown on the top. They're still very hot, you have to let them cool. They will flatten a little bit as they cool, and this is what they look like. I hope you guys will give this recipe a try. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Be sure to check out my other seasonal recipes that I have posted on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.